This is gonna be rough. Hey guys, my name is Danny. I'm a second-year medical student, and basically I just decided to start a YouTube channel to kind of document the process of what starting the wards is like, and at the end of the year to have a better idea of what I did and didn't like in terms of rotations, and where I could really see myself fitting in the medical world at the end of the year. So one of the first things that I noticed when I started my internal medicine rotation this past 2 weeks ago was that I was having sore feet by the end of the day. And this was kind of strange because I had worked as a medical assistant in outpatient settings before, but I don't think I necessarily had a similar experience of kind of just standing in one place like we do for rounds from like 2 to 4 or 5 hours a day, just trying to go around and see all up to 15 patients that we have on our list that day. So I kind of decided to treat myself and pamper my feet and get some more supportive shoes because I found that tennis shoes just weren't cutting it for me. So the first thing that I did to help was I bought some compression socks. Now they look pretty funny because they go all the way up to your knee and they kind of suck in your foot, but they've really helped reduce the pain and the swelling that I have at the end of the day. I didn't really think that I would need these, but they've helped a lot. Right. So the first thing that I bought was a pair of clogs. Now, all the nurses in the hospital wear them, a lot of the surgeons, basically anyone who's standing a lot all day, they most of the time tend to be wearing clogs. I do think they're really supportive and they're pretty hard on the inside. You can hear that. The insole doesn't really have that much padding, but I think that would be great for standing all the time. The only problem that I kind of have is that with this type of shoe, the heel is supposed to have about a ½ inch room so that it slips up when you walk. And I'm kind of already a clumsy person, so if I'm walking fast or having to go downstairs and up and down like we usually do when we have to go to the different floors to go see patients, I feel like that might become an issue. So although these kind of had the best support out of all the shoes that I'm going to show, I don't know if I'll be keeping these just because of the fact that the heel slip seems kind of unstable and uncomfortable for me. And also reading a lot of reviews, people have said that they've like twisted their ankle or like had basically falls in the hospital because of the lack of stability that it has around the heel cup in these shoes. So after I got those, I did a little bit of Reddit searching, and I really wanted something that was going to be slightly water resistant. I had an instance where I dropped a whole cup of water on my tennis shoes in the hospital, and it just kind of felt uncomfortable the whole day because my socks were wet. Like, it was just not a good situation. So I thought maybe I would try out some clogs. People on Reddit, specifically like surgeons and OR nurses, had recommended Calzeros, and I'm not going to lie, I saw an article on Bon Appetit, which I'm kind of obsessed with, about how comfortable Calzeros are. But after trying them, I would say, I don't know if you can see this, but there's like a nubby texture on the inside. It's not the most comfortable, and I don't know if these necessarily have enough arch support for me. The strap on the back is really cool. Kind of reminds me of the TikTok about turning your clogs into turbo. But overall, I just don't think these are going to be for me. I tried them on with my compression socks, and my feet were already getting kind of hot after wearing them inside in the AC for like 2 minutes. They have like these little tiny holes right here that in theory are supposed to ventilate your foot, but I don't know if they actually do that. So on to the next pair. I picked up some clogged Birkenstocks. These are, I think, the Tokyo style that have the back strap. I really wanted something that would keep my foot secure. And I've had Birkenstocks in the past and I've really liked them as sandals for the summertime, but I think they might have enough support to be hospital shoes. They kind of have this closed toe and this smooth wipeable leather. Also, this specific style, which is I think called the Tokyo, has like a very hard rubber sole that has a lot more traction. One of the things that I noticed is that the regular like EVA sole on the Birkenstock sandals can sometimes be slippery if it's wet outside. My last pair of Birkenstocks got stolen, but I don't want to talk about that. So yeah, you can kind of see the impressions for the cork footbed and also this cool back strap. So it still allows you to go turbo mode and you can still sprint around the hospital and you have that ankle stability while still being comfortable. That's all the info I have for now. Just trying to tell you guys what my opinion of these different shoes are, what I think is going to work best for me in the hospital. I know a lot of people wear like Allbirds and I wouldn't want anything to ever spill in my shoe. That feeling is just kind of gross. This is the end of my first video. I don't know if it's ever going to be posted. Probably be really cringe when I try to edit it, hearing my own voice back for the first time. So we'll see if it ever makes it to the interwebs. And that's all for now. Bye.